If you do a practice of yoga, meditation, japa, or any practice for that matter, you try to create, you try to raise your Shakti, your inner yoga Shakti, to a certain level. Once the Shakti raises, there is some light, not the light that we see outside or inside. There is some illumination. There is some clarity. When the Shakti raises, it brings a state of ease and stillness, clarity, and which helps you to see what is the limitation within you that stops you to go further. When the Shakti raises, it helps you disidentify yourself from the limited identity that you are. When the Shakti raises within you, it helps you to know life with much more depth, and it increases your perception to allow you to tune yourself with subtler truths of life, subtler aspects of life and existence. It helps you to see that all that you can see is not it. In today's world, the whole problem is we think what we see is all there is. Once we even see the physical existence, we see that there are things that you can touch. When the things become subtle, you can just probably sense it. Let's say smell, you can't touch it, you can't hold it. So subtle that you only have to be having a sensitive nose. The same way, once we know that there are physical existence that we are able to sense, there are layers of subtlety to that. So it would be very foolish to say that there are no other layers to existence than what we can see and perceive. So when this yoga Shakti through any sadhana raises within you, you become sensitive beyond what you can perceive, beyond your five senses. So raising of perception is fundamentally dependent on raising your Shakti. And when you raise your Shakti, you start to integrate yourself in a certain way. To hold this Shakti, the inner Shakti, towards more and more and more growth, you always need two things. One is a direction. Because an inner path is a directionless path. It is not something that you're walking on from point A to point B and you'll reach there someday. It is not a path that you have to travel actually. It's a path that you have to settle into. It's a path that you have to be consumed by. So to be consumed by the path, you need a certain direction within, a certain thing to look upon, a certain thing to undo yourself into, a certain entity or a certain form to dissolve yourself into, a certain form that you have trust on, so that you understand that form as a part of your core within you, and you slowly let go yourself into. So that direction is very important. And second that we need is the grace of that form. Just like the Guru's grace is needed, this form or Ishta Devata that we call is also in a way the Guru. It is also the form of Guru within our life. So why do we need an Ishta Devata for our inner growth and evolution? Because an Ishta Devata becomes your Guru. And when you build a relationship with Ishta Devata on daily basis, when you understand that your life has to be centered, your spiritual journey and your daily life has to be centered around your Ishta Devata, fundamentally what happens is you start to integrate your attention by consistently remembering. This is called smarana. That's why in Bhakti we call it Simran or Smarana, which means a continuous mental, attention-based remembrance. When this becomes deeper on the level of emotion, this takes your emotional attention, becomes more deeper, your core, your being gets involved. When all these three get involved, automatically your Shakti starts to move into the direction which you have set for yourself. So let's say your Ishtadevata is Shiva. You're consistently chanting the name of Shiva, or if your Ishtadevata is Rama, if you're consistently chanting the name of Rama. First, your mind is consistently chanting and the mental attention gets involved. Then your emotional smarana, remembrance, gets involved. Then your energy starts to move in that direction. There are a lot of aspects to this. There is a science to the name, the mantra, and the whole way how it works. But one of the important things that we are looking here is that having an Ishtadevta helps you hold your sadhana, the state that you get into your sadhana, the vibration that you raise up until a point in your sadhana. It helps you to hold that and help you lift that further on by setting a direction moment to moment basis, a remembrance moment to moment basis. When you center your life around the Ishtadevta, it helps you center yourself within you, because you have to understand that when you have an Ishtadevta outside, when you're looking at a form outside, when you're consistently trying to connect to a form outside, or even a name for that matter, a name outside, what you're trying to understand, what you're trying to do is, you're trying to center your life energies, your whole life, your whole Shakti within you to your own source. And slowly you get internalized. The grace of the Devata, the grace of your Ishtadevta is very important. Not just important, it is essential for your progress to happen. If one is in complete, absolute, without any doubt, is in absolute surrender to the Ishtadevta, the Ishtadevta himself becomes the source of illumination on your path.